Will the market go up or down? Should you lock in or float? Find out this and more with Master of the Markets, hosted by Barry Habib of MBS Highway. Brought to you by Paramount Residential Mortgage Group.
In today's mortgage environment, providing our wholesale community with the best combination of product, pricing, technology, and service is paramount to their success. PRMG, built by originators for originators.
Welcome to another edition of Master of the Markets. I'm Barry Habib at MBS Highway. This is created exclusively for Mortgage News Network and brought to you by our good friends at PRMG, who are always working for your best interest. So this week we've got a lot to cover. Boy, I'll tell you what, you've got everything from auctions on the important 10-year note and 30-year bond, which can always cause some rate volatility. You're going to have inflation data that's going to be very closely watched by the CPI and PPI reports. And in addition to that, you're going to get some housing data, which is always interesting to break down. Now, it can be a very volatile week rate-wise. And what's interesting is last week we got the big jobs number. We got actually two jobs number. We got ADP, and then we got the big BLS number, both well above expectations. Heck, you can call the BLS number a blockbuster number, 313,000 job creations, and about 50+ thousand jobs created from previous revisions higher. So bonds should have really taken a bath on this one and really gone negative. Now, they did drop, but not as bad as you would anticipate with a blockbuster number of job creations. And I'll tell you why that happened. Well, first off, the unemployment rate stayed stable at 4.1%. So you might say, how could the unemployment rate possibly remain stable with all these jobs created? That's because you do get two reports here. You get the business survey and you get the household survey. Now, the household survey, the business survey is where you get the 313,000 job creations, and that's done by modeling. The household survey is where you get the unemployment rate. So what they do is they call about 60,000 households and survey these individuals, and they actually found, get this, that there were 785,000 jobs created according to this survey. So it's crazy, right? You got two surveys trying to get the same thing, and the numbers are so vastly different. It happens a lot. But the unemployment rate comes from the household survey. So what you saw was 785,000 jobs created. Wouldn't that mean much lower unemployment? Well, there was also 806,000 new people that entered the labor force. So all these 800,000 people entered the labor force and almost 800,000 jobs created kind of just absorbed the people coming in. So it didn't really change anything on the unemployment rate. So that stayed stable. Now, the big one for the bond market was hourly earnings. A month ago, when we got that jobs report and hourly earnings increased to 2.9%, well, interest rates went up quite a bit because of fears of wage pressure inflation. This month, it dropped from 2.9% year over year to 2.6%. So that cooling in the wage pressure component allowed the bond market to breathe a sigh of relief. Still doesn't love the 313,000 jobs created plus the 50,000 plus revisions, huge upside surprises. But because wages cooled, the bond market didn't react as adversely. Now, in the week ahead, I want you to watch a couple of numbers here. The 10-year Treasury is knocking on 2.91%. It breaks above that, and it's going to eventually. It's going to happen anyway, but it'll get there sooner. As soon as it breaks 2.91%, it'll accelerate the pace higher in yield towards that 3.04%. So watch that carefully. I wouldn't really try and get too cute in this area here. There's a lot more room for rates to get worse than they are for them to improve. So advise your clients accordingly. And listen, if you want to follow this every day, we have navigated through these waters for our mortgage subscribers, and they have looked like geniuses to their customers because we've been able to help navigate these crazy, volatile times perfectly. You need to be doing that. You need to be an advisor. What are you waiting for? Take a free trial and, for goodness sakes, subscribe. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
PRMG continues to provide our wholesale partners across the nation with better technology, better product, better pricing, and better service. Our nationally recognized brand is more than just an image. It is a symbol of integrity. PRMG, built by originators for originators. Be sure to click on the link below for your free 30-day MBS highway trial.
This is Mortgage News Network.